Artificial intelligence. It's a slowly growing field, but one of the most innovative and the most important for the future. Artificial intelligence, also known as AI, is a term for a program that can learn from its environment. It is currently found in many devices you use. From phones to cars, it's slowly becoming more prominent in our daily lives. But what about trusting an AI to diagnose medical issues or even handle an operation that can make the difference between life and death? Artificial intelligence could be the future of healthcare. Artificial intelligence is already being used in many different areas of healthcare. In surgery, it is sometimes in charge of doing diagnosis on patients. AI has been proven many times to not only be faster, but just as accurate as doctors doing the same type of diagnosis. According to Nicholson Price II, Google Health has developed a program that can predict the onset of acute kidney injury up to 2 days before the injury occurs. Compare that to current medical practice, where the injury often isn't noticed until after it happens. Artificial intelligence is better at diagnosing patients because it has access to more data and more information that the doctor knows. As the quote above mentions, AI is able to predict kidney failure 2 days before it happens. This is way more advanced than current medical practice. It can learn to use all this information and be able to diagnose more accurately than any human would be able to. In addition, according to Dr. Oringer via New York Times, if I have 6 questions during an operation, I can get them answered without having 6 times 30 or 40 minutes. I didn't do this before. It's a lot of burden to the patient to be under anesthesia for that long. This is another really big advantage of AI. It can answer questions a doctor may have during an operation much faster than a human would be able to, and make it much easier for both the doctor and the patient. In general, artificial intelligence is more accurate, efficient, and fast than doctors. 3 good reasons that AI in healthcare will be very important and could change the way we do surgery. Although artificial intelligence has many advantages over humans, there are still some major hurdles that need to be overcome in order for AI to truly be able to replace doctors. One of the major issues is privacy. AI machine learning requires vast amounts of data. In terms of healthcare, this means medical data of hundreds of millions of patients around the world. According to a paper by Muhammad Bashir and Amar Harki, the lack of data protocols, standardization, and data privacy are major contributors to these challenges within any given healthcare field. By collecting great amounts of data, it can compromise the privacy of the individuals. This is a major issue to many people, especially in a world where privacy is becoming more and more important every day, with surveillance becoming more common. On the other hand, allowing AI to handle these great amounts of data may result in more accurate diagnoses than ever before, and in the end, more lives saved. Another big issue with artificial intelligence in the current day is how robotic it is. AI is still not human, and so it does not have emotions or human senses. This can lead people to not trusting AI because it doesn't have the same doctor-patient relationship or trust. AI is rapidly advancing, and so is the ability of it being able to better connect with humans. There is a lot of current research in this field, and great leaps are constantly being made. This means that artificial intelligence will at some point be able to act human. While this is good because it will be able to increase trust and connection with the AI, many people will still feel like the connection is forced and fall into the uncanny valley. These are important issues that could change the course of this field. On the other hand, AI could open vast new improvements in medicine and healthcare, and we should not deter ourselves from the greater picture. In many points throughout history, innovation has been one of the most important skills that people have. Innovation brings us forward with new ideas and technology that can change our lives. We have often encountered this theme in school, specifically in language arts and social studies. One example of innovation for speed and efficiency was back in the time of the Aztecs. The Aztecs decided to live on an island in the middle of a lake so that they could be protected from their neighbors. This had an issue though. They could not easily farm in a lake. For this reason, the Aztecs built small floating islands, or chinampas, in order to be able to farm. They took the problem that they had and they created a solution. This type of innovation helped the Aztecs become one of the largest civilizations in the Americas. Another great, albeit more recent example of innovation is found in the creation and success of the book The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. During that era, most teens' books were written by adults and were about love and fantasy. The Outsiders was the first of its kind to be written by a teenager and be about real life and struggles of teens and gangs of the time. As S.E. Hinton herself said, there'd certainly been books before that were written by teenage protagonists. Great books, but they were all published as adult books. But with The Outsiders, when it first came out, it was a drugstore paperback, the kind of thing you'd see in those spinning tracks at drugstores. This book became a bestseller and is still relevant today, even after 50 years since its release. This shows how thinking outside the box and creating something new, even if it's just one book, can create something that is relevant for years to come. In the end, this project was very exciting and interesting for me. I had a lot of fun making the script and the video, even though I thought that it would be overwhelming at the start. The style of the video script helped make this project even more interesting. My topic remained fascinating throughout the duration of my research, with me continuously finding more information as I looked into it more. I feel like my research went considerably well, as I was able to find multiple reliable sources backing my points. I used note cards to evaluate my sources, which helped me collect quotes and understand my sources better. I also conducted an interview with a parent to be able to get some insight into what most people think about AI. According to my interview, some people feel like AI will never be able to surpass humans in medical expertise, as they won't be able to make choices that are best for the patient. I feel like I should have done a better job at explaining artificial intelligence, and also asked the questions in a better way, but I also got interesting answers that gave me insight as to how people who don't know much about this topic think. Overall, this was a great project. I really enjoyed doing it. I hope that we will get to do more research like this in the future.